Sir.
You kick it like the benefactor's benefactor. Well, truthfully, we know you never been a factor. Well, honestly, the truth is that you've been an actor. And now your actions got them boys about to mass up. Lectures from the devil got you piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on rap a lot. Think like Jay Prince and I do more than just rap a lot. I went and got my digits up. Your favorite, bruh. You don't want no trouble, cuz. The 25th, I got a meeting with the governor.
Let's hit the little bro DJ Mason come back, man, and redeem himself from that horrible performance with Seattle. And pulled out the win, but still though, bro.
The truth's a heavy burden and it's weighing on me. Caught me slipping with the wailing on me. I went to calling out for Jesus like a reverend, homie. Get on my chin. Gotta take some L's if you wanna win. They took a, but then take.
Bernie Mac was ready to kill a motherfucking kid.
I didn't even have no re-up I could re-up with. Had to rob another just to
Today, from Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports.
They stayed calling the motherfucker.
It's the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the San
we're gonna burn
Francisco 49ers.
On a chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers.
Go.
Hi again, everyone. I'm
Brandon
Gooden. To my left, Charles Davis. And Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering
Joe
play.
Burrow. They're
coming off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they've been flawless these last couple months. Winners of 9 in a row.
They've played has been truly remarkable.
2 teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. To return it, Darius Phillips. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Time to see this Bengals offense here as they get set for their first drive. And under center, of course, is the #1 pick in the 2020 draft, now in year number 2, Joe Burrow.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
And some space here. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out, finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
This goes out wide for Mixon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on 3rd down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That
This
drive
is good. Hey, that nigga bring back
3 yards
shit.
on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The numbers for Mixon last week: 10 carries, 86 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people open downfield.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 3rd and goal. Burrow. Dancing, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Burn Nick Bosa.
Joe Burrow, a 5-yard touchdown run, and the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Now, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
Those are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. That time, a 9-play drive. And it was Joe Burrow who took it himself for the touchdown run. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
Damn, that nigga been throwing his shit at that
Balance? I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
The numbers for Miller in last week's ball game: 4 catches, 71 yards.
Look, I know everybody wants to be #1 in everything they do, but he's #2 in the league in receiving yards. That's a strong number, a strong year, and they want that to continue.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Working with 2nd and 5 now. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So, Charles, take nothing away from this young man under center, because I know people think he's got a very bright future in this league, but I have to figure the defensive coordinators love the thought of squaring off against a rookie quarterback.
And especially if they have guys they can put together a game plan with that's going to confuse, disguise a lot of coverage, make this kid think a little bit. Because in college, he's seen a lot of things. Let's not get it wrong here.
Man,
but at the same time, in the NFL,
playbook.
you can do so much more because of the athletes you have, because of their football IQ. And don't forget, you're going to throw a couple extra rushers at him as well. See if he can handle the pressure when those guys come at him.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
What the fuck?
Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Come on, man.
Picked off near the 32. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the sit, and it's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. From 4 yards out. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Shit dropping down their nose.
That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Now for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They start on the ground with Pirine. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you. Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
They'll run for the first time with Chris Evans. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And now they will throw it with Burrow. And that is incomplete here.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, if there is a certainty in this game, we know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field.
The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
On 1st down, Parker. And he's got room.
That nigga C.J. Parker kicking ass. Kicking ass.
Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
Well,
seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. The 49ers ready to kick it away. And
that nigga throwing up in the backseat.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Cincinnati set to take over once again.
They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now it's Burrow.
That one taken in by T. Higgins.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal 1st down.
Here's P-Ryan. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
2nd and 8.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. That makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he'll take this from one 47-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Throwing again on 2nd down.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now Burrow.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 28. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
This motherfucker flew ain't no joke.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense.
I think this crowd not really sure what to make of things. Their guys have not looked very good. Their leader here at the top, he hasn't looked that great either.
And most of the time you hear guys talk about how they don't let the crowd affect them or they block it off. Well, that's not really fully true, because a lot of the times you ride the wave of emotion with the crowd when it's positive for you. In this case, they've got to find a way to shake it off and at least get something done to maybe put the crowd back on their side.
Absolutely. Give these guys something to cheer about. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Now it's Burrow. Setting up the screen to Pirine. Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
And that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. They'll run it here with Pirine, and he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Throw left side, complete. That's Evans. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 24-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow.
Out of his hands quickly to Higgins.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Burrow will throw. Forced out to his left. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Now Pirine. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Samaje Pirine hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. And each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
McPherson now for the extra point.
I would like to see them make a deep run in the playoffs.
It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Samaje Perine. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's in his own second quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Where they showed a 5-receiver set, had the backfield empty, and lined the running back out to the left. Plenty for the quarterback to process both pre- and post-snap, but he was able to find his man, and it turns into a big play.
He like, cause I'm trying to get some rest.
On first down, Mason. He'll find Parker again, complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple. And it's second down. Off the play fake. Mason. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. There he goes. Trey Hendrickson able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. This is caught. Touchdown.
About time he pulled in a touchdown.
And the Niners will extend their lead here just before halftime.
They couldn't settle for no field goal. Fuck
I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Point after, right down the middle, and the lead now up to 14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they'll take over with just 16 ticks remaining before intermission. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On 2nd and 1. Burrow. That's caught over the middle by Hurst.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They will throw on first down with Burrow. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. That's the tight end Hurst with him. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston. And it's the Texans out in front as that one is just about to halftime. Phillip Lindsay with 2 touchdown runs. From there, we'll head to Washington to check out the football team at home at FedEx Field. And you can see they trail the visiting Cowboys. Amari Cooper, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world. See what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. The Jags trying to hold on and claim victory. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half from the 6. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 93 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a play fake here on first down. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Mason, slant route to Miller.
Yeah, they covered that
this
shit.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On 1st and 10, Mason eluding the pressure right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mason throwing the out route and complete. It's Miller. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw. Mason, open man is Ayuk, complete. And the Niners are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. Operating from the gun, Mason. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Niners take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
At 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line,
yeah, I think
he's really
Dallas playbook.
Extra point right down the middle.
Baltimore.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
For next season. Fuck that.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team. Far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for. And remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Here's Burrow. And Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off at the 35. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
Who's that?
Back to throw.
Mason.
I saw you. I saw you. That was my fault. Circle was on
for the sack, B.J. Hill.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard
that's taking them out the game,
because they
turnover.
think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Looking to throw. Mason. Touchdown. It's complete. A 24-yard touchdown. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals getting set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Damn.
To his right. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Now a carry for P-Ryan. Shrugs him off. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 straight runs of 5 yards. 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him.
There we go. It's that what your mom called me when I was dressing in the drawers last night.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll set up a throw. He'll get this out to his running back, P-Ryan. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Y'all, Jesse Jackson.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 29. The 20. And into the end zone. A pick
pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? And he said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead.
Baltimore 10-2. Did I just see that right?
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Sleep the money.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. He completes it to Tate. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well.
What is it?
I think this one's going to be a face mask.
From who? Where at?
So that'll change things a bit. 15 yards added on. Going to put him on the other side of midfield.
And add on a shake of the head defensively because he got caught where his hand wasn't supposed to be, and that cost him 15 yards.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down.
30 minutes later.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now back to throw.
Walk by.
Short throw underneath to Hurst. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
The tight end, C.J. Uzomah, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. They come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
He's stupid.
They'll look to throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Back to throw here. toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll set up to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down at the 2. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
She said it's not 4:59.
They'll try to run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
Is it? Nah, nigga, it's 9 o'clock.
39 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Mystery.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display. And now they look to polish it off. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
On the floor, bro.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
But a good play is made on defense. Oftentimes, leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop him short of a 1st down.
And he's going to have a Niners 1st down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
And yes, everyone, that was the fullback carrying the football. I know it's a dying breed, it's a dying position for a lot of people, but I still think it's valuable and important, especially one who can carry the ball.
And you need short yardage. What makes sense? Go to a big body, let him plow forward just like he did there.
It's still a big man's game.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On On third down, Parker. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for San Francisco, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Which ad experience do you prefer?
I'm about to say, go ahead, get back on the bed then. Boy, I ain't going nowhere. I ain't finna leave you.
Perfectly salted McDonald's world famous fries and returned with just one.
Salute when you see me. That jealousy is an ocean, and you either float or you sink it. Moment of truth, credit check. You not approved. BB King, I'm in love with the blues. Don't start me up, I got finishing moves. Look. Salute when you see me. Slid through all the commotion. It's breaking news. They got an ad on TV. Popping out on them on politics. I'm probably in a section where you not permitted. My honey's matching my Dodger fitted. Playing all goal, ain't no stopping in it. Look, salute when you see me. I bought her a CC and that was her purse. Disgusting with do for a purse. Disgusting with do for the clout. I'm one of the realest. The realest could vouch. They thought I was done, but all that doubt. You gotta pay money next around.